What's that D stand for? Hey everybody, Car Dreamer here, coming at you on behalf of D-Class Derailed and all things D-Class related. And today we're taking a look at the 2-pack DC Multiverse Bizaaro and Batzarro action figure set from McFarlane Toys. There are definitely going to be there's definitely a one big con that I'm going to go over. I may be pushing this video to the front rather than keep it in order of how I'm getting these figures and opening them, but the issue I think should be addressed while the figure's new. So it'll probably just be a bonus figure or a bonus video. But there are positives too. We'll get into that. But so yeah, we'll just take a look through the package first. And I do love the look of them, the skulls. I love artwork from the back. And I mean, when they first announced this, even I missed the detail because it is in the promotional picture, so I can't say anything. But I was super stoked to get this when I first pre-ordered it, and I was still excited. I'm still excited to open this. Don't get me wrong. I especially love the Bizaaro. I think it looks amazing, and the Batman for the most part does too. Or the Batzarro, I mean, but that's the one where I have the problem. But still, why don't we get this open? We'll take a closer look at everything, and we'll go over the pros and cons. And here we are, and so I'm like, yeah, okay. So let's go on what it does come with. First, let's talk about this. I don't mind these type of things, these stands, to give them a little bit of scenery when you want to pose them and leave them. And I think this is a cool looking one. The problem is it's also a complete rehash. It is the exact same one that comes with the Batman / Devastator versus Superman from Negative Earth 2. And honestly, I think this one's painted better. This one's a more muted, but it's the exact same thing. So there's a rehash there. In fact, that probably is my second biggest complaint with this, is that aside from the head sculpts, these are literally all repurposed parts. Now, Bizaaro is done much better. So these are, like, I believe the Dark Knight Returns body sculpts. And Bizarro's done really well. I like the little more muted colors, the background, the backward S, the head sculpt looks just like it's from the artwork they used. The Bizaaro #1 and the yellow S on the back of the cape, which I wish other Superman figures did have. But yeah, so he has the ankle joints, the toe joints, double jointed knees, can swivel a little bit at the waist, or well, torso right there. A little side to side, it's not huge, but he does. Butterfly joints with the shoulders, 90-degree elbows that can also rotate. The wrists bend as well as rotate. Head can look easily left and right, very little up and down. No, I have no qualms with this figure. In fact, I love this figure. I think the head sculpt is done really well. Bravo. The Batzarro is where we get into a little bit of the issues. At a glance, he probably looks fine, especially on camera. Again, repurposed molding from the Dark Knight Returns figure. The cool touch that the belt is upside down, double jointed knee, all the same articulation that Bizaaro has. Very little up and down. Here's my big qualm. So instead of making a new chest or resculpting, the symbols supposedly, I guess, are cut out of the figures and then put in. They're molded separate and then put in. You don't notice it on Bizaaro because the S shield looks the outside shape is the same no matter how you flip it. His is not, and I hate that sculpt that you see where the hole was just plugged instead of making a new sculpt just for the chest. Like, I don't even understand. Like, they could have repainted the chest sculpt from the Superman figure that is supposed to be his debut Superman, I guess you want to call him, from Action Comics #1. The chest is basically the same, and it would have had with just a painted on the logo. There wasn't anything 3D about it. They could have just painted it, been done. No, they got lazy. Like, to do this is really atrocious, because now, as you can see, like, the upside down bat symbol isn't even painted all that well. And to see the other one, the gray outline of the one that it's overlapped, is ridiculous. Like, as a toy manufacturer, as a comic book artist, as a business owner, this is a failure 3 ways. I'm sorry, but Todd McFarlane should feel really feel ashamed to put that out. I understand times are tight. Businesses are always looking for shortcuts. I get that, and that's what this is. Nobody's stupid. This is a shortcut. But that's a big FU to fans. Like, that's a big middle finger saying, we're going to half-ass this and you're going to buy it and like it. Quite frankly, anyone who bought this not only deserves a refund, but deserves a reissue figure done right. Like, I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself for allowing that. And I know I'm sounding really, really harsh, because you know what? From a distance, you can't tell. I get that. You really can't tell. I missed it on the promotional work when I pre-ordered it, but it's there. So I'm not saying this is the most horrible thing that's ever happened, but I think it's the most egregious and really just overall callous, careless, not caring representation of something they could have done. It's one thing to just not do a good figure. It's another to know you have a decent idea for it and just to be that lazy about it. It's not a defect. It wasn't an artistic choice. This was laziness. Get your crap together, McFarlane. But otherwise, like I said, I'm actually happy with this. Like, I love the figures. But that just irritates me. That's a true cop-out when it comes to doing something of quality. But anyway, I'm digressing. He does come with, they come with a pair of hands. I think I accidentally put this over top of Batzarro's. But they do come with extra hands. They do come with their cards. Now, I do like, because they're Bizarros, like, I like Bizarro's upside down. I guess sorry. You're supposed to look at this card. So I'm sorry, he's not upside down. I do like how so here's my problem with this also. It does have some information on Bizaaro. Real name unknown. Bizaaro is a Frankenstein-like monster with a heart of gold. Although he was originally created by Lex Luthor, he has gone on to prove that he has a moral character far superior to that of the mad scientist's father. Possessing many Kryptonian abilities, albeit warped and twisted, this heroic clone of Superman fights for truth, justice in the Bizaaro way. That's great, except that this is not that Bizaaro. For those who don't know, there has been more than one Bizaaro in the Superman comics. Yes, the original one was created by Lex Luthor. In fact, a second one was created by Lex Luthor. This one was created by Joker when he had Mxyzptlk's powers. So, I don't understand this one. Like, they got lazy with the description, too. They really did. Let's see what this says. Real name unknown. Created by Mr. Mxyzptlk and the Joker as a playmate for Bizaaro, Batzarro is twisted version of the Dark Knight. Now, that says it all. A little lackluster on the details for definitely more, like, really lackluster for Batzarro, and Bizaaro is a little lackluster, but also is the wrong information for this version. So, this was a mixed box. I'm happy to have the figures on card, especially Bizaaro. I'm gonna have fun with it. Batzarro's not bad, but that huge FU definitely should be addressed by McFarlane. He owes people an apology for that. There is no excuse. You own the business. It's named after you. You allowed that. That's not cool, man. Come on. But anyway, I'm Card Dreamer. This has been D-Class Derailed. I would love to know what your guys' opinion is on this. Leave your comments down below, and until next time, stay evil.